welcome to Tama's podcast. I'm very sorry. My guest, she sort of lost track of time a little bit. It happened to all of us, okay? It sometimes happened to me too, especially when I've got lessons to teach, okay? Right, so I hope all of you are okay. So today my guest, Marcia, she is a serial entrepreneur, okay? And also she's a 5-time cancer survivor, okay? I don't know what that is, but hi. Yeah, so talking of which, she's gonna join us right now. Lovely. Joined. Let me try again. Hello, Marcia. How are you?
It's Marcia. I'm fine, thank you.
Marcia.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Sorry, so I've been saying your name so wrong. Sorry.
It's okay.
How are you looking so nice?
Oh,
Maybe that's why I lost track of time to make you look, you know.
I am scattered. I just put on some red lipstick to try and jazz up the face a little bit, but otherwise than that, I'm
Yeah,
fine.
your
I'm
hair
fine.
is nice too. Anyway, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm smiling. Yes.
Oh, that's amazing. I love the painting behind you.
Oh, yes. It's lovely. It is, isn't it?
It is very lovely. Nice one. So, Marcia, can you talk to us? Can you talk to me more about you a little bit? We want to know a bit more of your background. I see you're a serial entrepreneur, 5-time cancer survivor. Tell us more because you're so inspiring. There's so much I want to know about you. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I said ask and I will answer. What did you want to know?
All right. So, serial entrepreneur. Can you tell us more about all your businesses that you're in charge of?
Okay. So there's 5 main companies, and the first main company is you're gonna hear a baby in the background. Okay.
Oh, is that your baby?
I'm babysitting my cousin's babies. My babies are
Oh.
the first company I started was a project management company, but actually that's not correct. The first company I started was when I was 9, and that was to help make shoes for a particular audience. And I just saw a gap I just wanted to help. So all the businesses I started normally to help, I've realised that's the pattern. So in my 30s, I started a project management company. And that has trickled on to opening up the rest of the organisations. So with the project management company, my daughter saw me in business, and then we started a children's charity. She was only 5, and she saw we would go out and do trips and everything like that. And a lot of her friends wanted to do it too, and that's how we kind of started the children's charitable company called Smart Kids.
Oh.
Then from that, we noticed there was a gap in the market again. There wasn't Brown Talent was about 15 years ago. So we started Brown Talent, organisation to get more brown people in the media, particularly dark-skinned women, and that worked quite well. The last couple decades, it's definitely improved. What else was there? There's an EDS awareness organisation where a health condition that myself and a few others have that just gets rarely diagnosed. It's not that rare. It's called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, or EDS for short. We raise awareness, we make campaign videos, we work with the EDS UK charity. We've written a book in regards to it, and every May we make awareness videos and they get pushed out. Then there's also co-founded a movement for International Men's Day called All Boys Rock. And that was because we saw that there wasn't much happening on International Men's Day, which is the 19th of November.
Oh, never.
Yeah. And it's an international thing. It's not a UK thing. It was started in the Caribbean in 1969. And I only knew about it because I've got the baby who wants to join. I only knew about it. I only knew about because my daughter, who's now 13, was meant to be born on the 19th of November. She came early. But I realised, oh, nobody's celebrating it, and it was a way to highlight some issues for men and boys. This year, it has an impact on like men and the high numbers of suicides and how to try and improve that. Every year, there's some kind of theme, and yeah. So that one was co-founded. What else is there? We've got Smarter Homes co-founded with my cousin, who we both love tech. A lot of the projects are to do with smart. I started a brand. That was the original company, Smart World. It was called something else when we started, but because of I got a new business partner, Serena, Super Serena, hashtag Super Serena online.
Hashtag Super Serena.
And yeah, that company's just got just under 4,000 projects. We're on target to hit 4,000 in January. So it depends on which project you know me to be working on. I don't work on all of them. I subcontract them out to project managers. But it's been a journey. It's been a journey throughout all of it. I've had different cancers and always suffered with EDS and Ehlers-Danlos. So a lot of the smart technology or the smart things I'm part of is just to make my life smarter and not work as hard.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
see that. So can you tell us more about the different illness you had to fight?
So I live with lupus, which is an autoimmune disease. Mine's cerebral lupus, so it used to affect my brain a lot. I couldn't switch off or I had issues sleeping and joint pains. And then the Ehlers-Danlos, sorry about that. The Ehlers-Danlos syndrome is a case of spontaneous dislocations. I suffer from about 20 dislocations a month, a week, and you just learn to live with it. You learn to live in pain.
Oh.
So everything I do, I smile in pain, I live in pain. Some people's like, oh, you're not feeling great today. And I was like, it's just because I've verbalized how I'm feeling. Normally, I'm just quiet about it. But I now use my voice and make awareness videos about it. We work with organizations about it. We speak about it in the books. So yeah, I speak about it a lot more, but people still don't comprehend it's consistently in pain.
I don't know how you do it. I have to be honest.
You know, it's
All
either I
these
lay in
things.
the bed in pain, it's either I lay in the bed in pain or get up and do it. I'm going to be in pain no matter what, so
Yeah, but
try
like your
and...
bravery, it's like, we take a lot of things for granted. Sometimes I'm not gonna lie to you, but getting up in the morning, go to work, I'm like, sometimes I don't want to do it. But here I am, fully able to do it, and you're up there living with this extra thing and you have to get on with it. I feel sometimes it's not fair. Why you? Why? It's not fair.
Well, I think sometimes like a lot of the smart technology was built because of the pain I live in. So I think that's part of my purpose. Sorry, the baby is... Look, here. Is that
Hello,
you?
hello, baby. Yeah, sorry, today was meant to be with your auntie. No, not
So,
too long. And I know you want to spend time with this wonderful person. I don't blame you. If if she was my auntie, I wouldn't want to let her go either.
so he's gonna try and touch everything now. Yeah, a lot of it was built around, a lot of smart technology is built around helping people with disabilities. It seems like there's luxuries, luxurious things, but it's to help people with a condition. And the theme of all of my companies is always to help or to raise awareness for something. So yeah, if I didn't have these conditions, I may not of been able to do what I do.
Yeah, that's amazing because what I do really is for young people because I am a teacher,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I do remember a lot of them in secondary school, they're so worried what life has to offer because secondary school is one step before, being adults.
Well,
So
you know, with the children, I think they just got to. My mum always said find a trade. So my trade is what I became known for, and my health became what people found out about me later. So with the IT, like my background in IT is I done Microsoft networking and Microsoft engineer and Cisco wireless engineer.
mhm.
there wasn't many, if any, females in the trade, and I was one of the first like black females in both qualifications, which is crazy to me. I had
Yeah,
no idea,
amazing.
but it was just something I was good at. So I think that children like got to keep on experimenting because I'm good at lots of things.
I
I
know. Yeah, yeah, author, yoga teacher, and is there anything that you can't do? Is there
I
anything
used to say fly, but I'm taking flying lessons now.
flying in greatness? I mean, look at you. You
So
also you wrote books. How many books did you write?
I've only written one published book, but I've ghostwritten a book and I've got 4 books coming out. So I think you just got to keep on learning and keep on trying. Like I don't think there's one career for young people anymore. I think we get the options to have so many different
Yeah.
paths. And I consistently learn a course I'm passionate about every single year. Like I love this country for that, because you can either learn online, and you could learn for free, and there's so many things you can learn that you could take an interest in.
Yes, like you know a lot of things as well. You're very resourceful because there's so many things that you know. I remember when we went to those meetings, the sole purpose meetings, you were coming up with so
Oh,
many different ways, different things that
yeah.
we can go to provide for us, for our business. How'd you get to know all of this stuff? Who tells you about all of this?
With the projects, like the children's charity, for instance, they do fun and creative workshops for children aged 2 to 18. And we have done so many different workshops over the 18 years that we've been there. And working on all the different projects, there's like just under 4,000. So that's a lot of
That's
information. But then I do study, and I like to research. I would like to find out what's in the area. I like to act like a tourist in England or a tourist anywhere I go, and find out what's happening and what can we do. But yeah, I kind of, one of my friends made me laugh the other day. She was like, "Most if I ask you for a reference for anything, you'll send me like 6 different companies." I was like, "Oh yeah, but yeah,
the
I've
more the
just,
better.
huh?
The
Yeah,
more the
exactly."
better.
So I send you at least three, because then if one's bad, like imagine me just sending you one and that one's bad, and then you think, "Oh, she's only going to refer bad people." So no, I normally send 3, and then you can choose and know. But yeah, she said 6, so I was like, okay.
So purpose. How did you find out about this amazing group, which I'm also
So
part of?
yeah, Sole Purpose. I'm part of the Southwark group, but part of the national group now. I've stepped down from the Southwark group just because I can't do the Fridays, and it was because of my IT connections. There's a lovely lady called Paulette Watson, and she is nicknamed a global disruptor. She told me about Sole Purpose. I connected with Palmer Black, the founder, and her mission on why she wants to do it sat with certain projects that I do in regards to purpose. And I had stepped down from doing a London Bridge Ladies Who Latte just because I wanted to connect with more black women. I
Yeah.
was seeing that there was a gap in the market for that. So yeah, Sole Purpose was in line with what I was doing for the next couple of years.
Yeah. So since you joined that group, what did that do to you?
I've supported more women under it. It's made it more acceptable for safe spaces for black women to come together and connect.
Yeah.
I really want it to roll out nationally. That's my thing. My large aim was 1 million black women in UK, because there's literally just 1 million black women in the UK on the census. But Palmer said she wants to reserve it and say 10,000 at least. And if we beat it, then we beat it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's good to be ambitious. That's exactly.
Yeah.
I feel like this is your DNA, the ambition that you never stop. So we don't have no excuse. I love that. So finally, I wanted to ask you 2 more questions. So, what are your other plans for the future? I mean, you've done so many things, but what are your other plans in the
Traveling
future?
more. I really want to drive through Africa. I want to touch every single one of the 52 countries there. So
52. I never knew there was
yeah,
50. Man,
yeah.
wow.
So I want to be able to drive through every single one of them. So that's one of the goals.
Nice
Yeah.
one. But listen, I'm sure you can find out places, people to help you.
Yeah.
I mean, my mom is from Guinea-Bissau, so if you know
Okay.
Guinea-Bissau, let me know. My partner's from Ghana. Anytime you want to go
Okay.
Ghana, let me
Yes.
know.
I
I'm
got
sure you
family
can
in
find a
Ghana.
connection. Exactly. So there's so many connections I'm sure that can help
Yeah,
you get there.
definitely.
Have you tried fundraising project to get you to know all these
Um,
places in Africa?
you know what happened? That's a good idea. A
I
fundraising
spoke
project.
to my
That's a
cousin
good
recently, and
idea.
my cousin, he gave me this idea. He's like, "Oh, you can do this, you can do that. People can help fundraise." I'm thinking, that's amazing.
Oh,
You talking about it. I'm like, think about because
yeah,
it's not cheap to
yeah.
travel,
That's
but this
true.
is a good cause as well to empowering young black women, maybe.
Yeah. Because I know the safety aspect was brought up to me, and I was like, oh, okay, but I just want to drive through there, and I like when I have not so much a caravan, like an RV, American RV, and just drive through.
Yeah.
But we get to stay in nice hotels all over Africa. Yes.
And they'll welcome you open arms because they're very, I mean, talking of experience, some countries, I mean, they're very welcoming.
Mm,
They're people like, oh, it's strange, it's weird, that what you don't know. Well, but that's the thing,
mm,
they have nothing, but they have the biggest heart.
mm.
They have this big smile on their face. It's like, you guys are basically poor, but you have all this
But
love and
their
smile.
riches are better than ours, to be honest. Their
Basically, yeah.
lifestyle, their freedom, all of it.
Yeah, the culture, the clothes. I mean, we're gonna talk for hours about this. But when you start, I can't wait for us to follow
But
the
yeah,
journey because it must be fun. I'm sure something you're planning to do in the near future. When do
yes. Next year,
eh,
starting from next year. Yeah,
can't
starting
wait,
from next
can't wait. Yeah. So my final question for you, and I want to say
year.
thank you also for your time. But what would you advise to young people, when they leave secondary school? What would be your one piece of advice for them?
A lot of people talk about doing only things you love, and I think there needs to be a balance with that because I've had to do lots of things I don't like just to get me to do the things I actually do love. So, with young people, like, I don't think because they're of a generation that were born with phones, I don't think they realize how powerful it is. You can connect to any single person in the world. There's nobody unreachable unless they ain't got a phone. But then they just have a neighbor or a friend who has one. But yeah, don't limit your thoughts to just one thing or working on just on things you love. Try uncomfortable things. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable and try your best to break all your fears because then you're fearless. And that sounds amazing.
That's
Yeah.
true. I mean,
Yeah.
on the final note, I have experience in filmmaking, and I realized pretty quickly you can't just live on that. I had to do jobs that I didn't like to do. I used to be a cashier. I worked in restaurants. I was a cleaner. But I'm like, I have to do this to pay the bills
Yeah.
because living on your dreams alone, it's not going to help. So I totally agree with this lovely piece of advice.
Mm,
So it's not just about following a dream, but do things that might not make you happy, but in the long run,
yeah.
you have
Yeah.
to do it.
Just remember why you're working because some people get lost in their jobs. If it's not your passion and it's not your, don't get lost in it. Like, remember, I'm doing this for that. Like, my mum was really clear. My mum retired in her 40s and she retired back home to Jamaica. And I always remember her saying that with these jobs, remember it's a short amount of time, but it's to get you where you really want to go. So, yeah.
So you take your wisdom from your mom.
Yeah,
That's the
definitely.
only thing I can say
Right.
because this is such a lovely
Yeah,
advice. So your mom is
yeah.
okay? So she's Jamaica? She's living
Yeah, she's
with her?
lived there 30 years on and off. She's 69 now. She'll be
Wow.
70 next year. And yeah, when she retired, when she went to go back home and live, people thought she was crazy because she was young. And she was like, I don't want to go there just to die. Like, I want to live in Jamaica.
Yeah.
So yeah, she has spent the last 30 years enjoying her life in Jamaica.
I'm telling you, your mom is somebody inspirational too.
There you
She's right.
go.
Because we can't just, live to work. We need
Exactly.
to work to live.
That's
That's
it.
exactly what your mom did. So well done to her. So say hi from me and tell her
Well,
well done. I'm
I
in my
will,
40s. If only, you never know. I'll be like, you know what?
definitely.
I'll follow her footstep. So thank you so much, Marcia. I hope you have a lovely evening with your lovely
You
nephew.
too.
Okay? And I'm sure we're gonna catch up soon one day. Okay?
That will, we will. All right then. See you soon. Bye.